Many thanks for staying with us here on News Today. To some more stories now. And President of the Ghana Mathematics Society, Professor Sichupe, has attributed the falling standards of education in the country to the caliber of persons who teach in schools. Reacting to provisional WASSCE results released by WAEC yesterday, Professor Nku said the country needs to take a closer look at those mandated to impart knowledge to students in the country if it is serious about changing the status quo. Now, whether the huge numbers of students failing in the exams is a result of a change from the 4-year senior high school system to a 3-year system, Professor Nku said those successive governments have done a disservice to the country by politicizing the issue. The focus should rather be on the training and development of teachers to enable them render the needed service.
A lot of teachers have come through this place to learn how to get students to, how you said it, to demystify mathematics. Now, what do? You see, we tend to allow students to go on a wild goose chase because we talk of technology. What we do is what I call structured discovery learning. We guide students to discover what we want them to discover. We don't just leave them to do anything at all. Because when you go to, when you use technology and go online, there's a lot of junk there. And when you leave students to go there on their own, they get distracted by all the junk. So we must structure everything to make sure that they systematically follow instructions and lead to getting answers. So that's what we must do. And we've done a lot of training with teachers. Teachers came from all the 10 regions to this place. And we went through several things. But you see, there are many issues still left to be done. Now that we have done so far, we should expect modest increase in performance. But you see, the trend we should look at not just the numbers. We see huge numbers of people failing. It is not good, but that's not it all. We must look at the trend. The trend shows that there is improvement in performance. We need to capture a lot more into our net of those we are helping to overcome phobia in mathematics. There are many factors. Teachers are one of the factors because many of them do not understand the mathematics they are teaching. So you'll be trying to help them conceptually understand.
Well, the West African Examinations Council on Tuesday released provisional results for the 2016 WASSCE exams, and it suggested that 1,576 candidates had some of their subject results cancelled, while 598 candidates had their entire results cancelled. Overall, 50.41% of candidates who sat the exams are said to have failed.
We had 53.19% of candidates obtaining aggregates A1 to C6 in English language. In mathematics, we had 32.83% obtaining A1 to C6. And then in integrated science, we had 48.48% obtaining aggregate A1 to C6, whilst in social studies we had 54.93% obtaining aggregate A1 to C6. We, as a result of examination malpractice, the council had to take action on certain cases which came to our notice. 1,576 candidates had their subject results cancelled. And mainly, we have our rules and we take action as appropriate. So, for example, these candidates who have had their subject results cancelled mainly brought in foreign material to the exam hall, like pieces of paper, textbooks, pamphlets. Some people wrote notes on handkerchiefs. Some people even wrote notes on the Ghana CD notes. They wrote things on them, and they were caught during our inspection. So they've had their subject result cancelled. So if you were caught during English, your English result has been cancelled. If you were caught in mathematics or integrated science or even economics or anything, your subject result has been cancelled. Then we had 598 candidates whose entire results have been cancelled. And most of these candidates brought in mobile phones to the examination hall. In 2014, the rule on mobile phones was revised, such that any candidate who brings in a mobile phone now has his or her entire results cancelled. And then also, most of these candidates also, they received external assistance. That also leads to the cancellation of results. Then we have 13 candidates whose entire results have been cancelled, and in addition, they have been barred, mainly for impersonation. That is, somebody else was writing the examination for them.
I want you to tell me more about the external assistance, but what exactly do you mean?
External assistance means that somebody will bring in answers. Maybe during the examination, a question paper can be taken out to be worked and brought in to the candidates. So it means that they got external assistance from somebody who was not a candidate. When a candidate helps you, your subject result is cancelled. But when a teacher or an invigilator or somebody assists you, then your subject result is cancelled. Your entire result is cancelled.
You had 13 candidates.
598.
598.
That is made up of, it's made up of the mobile phone and the external assistance.
So for these people, were they from particular schools? For example, if I'm a teacher and I bring in something to help the student, I won't bring it to just one student, to be for.
You know, the students, they write the examination mostly in their schools. Or maybe if a school is hosting another, then you have two schools at a center. So if it is found out, it's found out among students of a particular school, because we really want to help somebody from another.
Now to a rather touching story, and 24-year-old Collins Autry has been suffering from an excruciating pain from an unknown ailment for the past 6 years. Collins, who lives with his family at WASSCE in the Ashanti region, has been to the hospital on countless occasions without receiving any precise diagnosis as to the cause of the unbearable pain in his wrists. Now, the condition has compelled him to abandon his degree program at the University of Cape Coast a few months after enrollment. To relieve himself of the excruciating pain, Collins dips his hands in iced water daily to reduce it. The young man is currently living on prayer. Love FM's Kwesi Debra has more in the following report.
Collins says his ordeal began in 2010 when he was done with basic education certificate examination. I woke up one morning with a stiffened hand and feet, and this continued for some time. So one day I applied ice to the pain and got relief for as long as I kept it there. So I prepared ice water to dip my hands and feet in it. The ailment recurred when he was in senior high school, but managed to write his final exam and gain admission into the University of Cape Coast.
University of Cape Coast forms.
After 1.5 months into the university, the disease returned, so I came home thinking I would return in 2 weeks' time, but spent the entire semester in the house. I brought a letter, but I was told to buy another form in order to continue schooling.
The letter quizzes me and to us.
Initially, Collins was admitted to the Adventist Hospital and Salvation Army Health Center, both at WASSCE. He says on each occasion he was discharged without diagnosis. A doctor will come and examine me and pronounce there's nothing wrong with me. I have no headache, nothing. He has in front of him a bucket half filled with ice. He dips his hands in it every 5 minutes, and this certainly is taking a toll on his purse. His sister Janet has to be by him always.
What I do is to pray for him and supply the ice.
For Joy News, Kwesi Debra.
And here in the capital Accra, my name is Kwabna Chenchen Heneboat. You're still watching News Today here on your Joy News channel on Multi TV, available on your Go TV channel 144 and your DSTV channel 421.